We all know knowledge is power, and education is the foundation of progress. For those of you who want to advance yet juggle so much in your lives, pursuing an online degree is your saving grace. But now what? How do you choose the right school for you? Well, first off, remember this: all online programs are not created equal. Among the very best online programs, one of them shines brighter than a Texas Lone Star. And Dr. DeArmond, love your name, from West Texas A&M University is here to explain. It's so great to have you on the set.
It's so wonderful to be here.
Okay, Doctor, is it a stretch to say that online learning has been one of the biggest game changers in education?
I think online education, is one that has really been an impetus for change within the dynamics of education.
Sure. And I'm sure a lot of our viewers are still asking, how is it possible to get the same level of education where you're not in the classroom?
I think that education has had many different changes throughout history, and I think that online education is one of those that has been very almost disruptive in a good way for education.
Yeah.
And so at West Texas A&M, where I am, we definitely take advantage of technology, and we have a president that's very forward-minded, Dr. J. Pat O'Brien, and he hired some really amazing people. One of those is a chief information officer that was ranked in Computer World.
Wow.
And his name is James Webb, and so together they work to strategize, and then that propagates through the entire university.
You're a business professor, and you're also director of accreditations. And what can you tell us about accreditation? It must be really important when you're checking online degree programs that are out there, right?
It's so very important. And if I'm at home right now and I'm thinking about maybe going back to school,
right,
you're going to find that schools are accredited by something.
Okay.
And what you really need to do is be aware of what that something is. Do your homework before you actually go do your schoolwork. And what you'll find is that different accrediting bodies will tell you different things about schools. For example, in our College of Business, we achieved AA CSB accreditation. Well, what does that mean?
What is
For
that?
the average person,
right.
That means nothing. But what that actually means is it's a business school that's in the top 10% globally.
Wow.
And so when you see that, and
that's
then you start
really
to see
important information.
It is. And then also if you look at other accrediting bodies that exist within those schools, and at West Texas A&M, we work really hard to achieve the highest level of accreditation in each and every program that we have.
That's impressive. And now, speaking of business degrees, I've heard that getting your MBA online is probably one of the most popular. Is that true?
I think the MBA, because of the AA CSB accreditation, and because we were ranked in U.S. News and World Report, it caught a buzz. And I mean, have you ever thought about people that have a psychology degree, maybe, for example, and they're at home and maybe they're running their own little business,
right? And
they have this passion for the business, and suddenly they think, well, why am I not learning more about how to run my own business? And so what they've done is they've gone back and they've looked and they see, wow, an MBA. And a lot of times people think that they can't earn an MBA if they're not a business undergraduate.
Wow.
That's not the case.
All right, Doctor, let's listen to one of your students who had something to say about that.
I own the Golden Light Cafe and Cantina, and it's a bar and restaurant in Amarillo, Texas. When looking for an MBA program, I researched several different programs, but I ended up choosing WT because of its accreditation and the quality of its program. All at an affordable price that I could do at my own time at home while running my businesses and having 2 children. It was just amazing for me.
Aha. So, you've got so many diverse students. You've got first-time students, entrepreneurs, working adults, people with degrees, people in the military. What else should these type of students be looking for?
I think something for everyone to understand is that the nature of the online engagement and learning is very diverse. You do see all different types and walks in online education. I think that's something that when you look for that, is the school military friendly? Is the school, does it help with tuition needs? Does it have a tuition estimator available online? These are some of the things that I think people should really be looking for.
And how do educators like yourself measure the success of online degree programs?
One of the things that we're really concerned with at West Texas A&M University is the placement of our students. I always tell people, don't come to West Texas A&M University if you don't want someone to care about you.
Oh,
and that's not just a cop-out. What that is that we really are an integral unit that really does care from the time a person first steps on, either virtually or on the ground, on the campus, and we try to monitor and manage that throughout the life cycle of that student. And we do that through active placement, we do that through internships, experiential learning. It's a lot of different things that we try to, no matter where you are, where you come from, we try to get you engaged in what we're doing at West Texas A&M.
I've got to say, I really like your philosophy. It makes a lot of sense. Keep up the good work, Doctor, will you?
Thank you.
Okay, before we go, we got to get, do I do this right? I'm going to give a shout out to your mascot.
That's right.
Go Buffs?
It's Go Buffs.
Oh, all right, go Buffs. All right.
Right.
Thank you for coming in. Great to have you in studio today. All right, and for more information on a great education that's affordable too, log on to wtamu.edu or thebalancingAct.com, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter.